In this video, we're going to look at some remaining tabs up here at the top that we haven't looked at previously. First one to look at is page layout. Click on that and you see the tab here. Number of things you can do here. Margins, this is for printing basically. You can do normal, wide, narrow. You go down to custom and set the margins just where you want them. Orientation, portrait, landscape. Let's just show a little what happens here. If we were going to print this, do File, Print. It takes 2 pages. This is one of 2. There's the first page and there's the second page. Maybe we want that all in one page. Let's go back. One way to do that is to change the orientation to landscape. You see here's the dotted line that shows where it's going to go to a new page. There's another one down here. That's in your portrait. You go to landscape. Now that it's over here, so it'll all be included. If we went to a file, essentially the print preview is here, and you see over here, everything's on one page. It's got 1 of 1. So that can be handy, and if you still can't get it on, make the margin smaller, it can help it, and so forth. You can select print area just to print part of it, and so forth. Easy to do. One thing that's might be handy, if you wanted this on one page and this on another page, you can insert a page break, and then File, Print. There's one page, and there's the second page. I'm going to go and delete that. Remove page break. And that's the major ones you will use in page layout. There are obviously a lot of others that you can play with and figure out. Next we'll look at data. And this does a number of different things. If you want to get data from external sources, it says get external data. You can import from a text, that'd be like a Word document or other. You can take something off the web from Microsoft Access, the database package, and other places too. If you want to bring data into it from an outside source, this is where you start under data, get external data, and it will help you through to do that. The other thing here we will be using is something called What If over here. And there's some options here. We will be using a scenario manager and GoSeek later. For right now, just know that this is where they exist. That will be discussed later. The anything else? Sort. Remember back in home we had this sort over here, auto or A to Z sort. Under data it has another sort, but it lets you do more. You can't do it until you select some data to sort. So I'm going to put some titles here. Name, I can spell correctly. Maybe I'll just put birthday here. Heck of it. Okay, and those are the ones we want to sort. We could do a sort, and usually it will start and it'll look more like that. We want to add a level. So if we're going to sort by column G, note before I do that, my data has headers. My first row I've shaded as a header, so we need to show that it is a header. Then it's only going to sort within the box. And then you can use a name. Otherwise you use the column labels. Either works. And we could sort by name. We go back to sort. Let's change that. Instead of sort by name, sort by birthday. And there it has an order. Well, that's 15 of the first one. That's why they came earlier. They should all be 16 technically. If you want to do a sort on 2 variables, say we want it first on name and then on birthday. Whoops, it messed up. You got to add level and then birthday. Now we'll sort on both of them, and there they are. So it's more capabilities than the other sort because you can do multiple fields and some other options. That's the major things in the Data tab. Next we'll look at the Review tab. About the only one I use extensively here at least is the spelling. Let's misspell a word here. Here's today. Let's stick something in the middle of it. And it'll start reviewing from where the cursor is. I do here. It says, do you want to go back to the beginning? Well, yes, we do. And I found out that was spelled wrong, and it suggests toddy. But that's not what we want. So we just have to go up here to correct it. And change. And it says everything is fine. We're ready to go. Some other options, but that's the major one. Finally, we'll take a look at the View tab. There's a couple here that of interest. You can zoom and make stuff larger. This will do the whole page and nothing is shaded. Zoom, go back to normal, or go to 50%. You get very small. That's the way some of them, when I receive them, look like. I have to zoom up so I can read them. People working very big screens tend to use smaller fonts, and it doesn't help when it goes to smaller screen. That's the zoom, and that's very handy. Another one that's handy is freeze panes. Let's say that we wanted to freeze the first line, freeze top row. When we do that, and then we go down, see it stays the same no matter which row. If we would freeze the first column, it stays there, but if we would go off to the right, I use the scroll bar here at the bottom and go over to the left, see it stays there. You can also freeze multiple rows. Let's go up to freeze, unfreeze panes, go to freeze. Well, first of all, let's put the cursor right here on row 5 and freeze panes, and now that stays there. Then we can get rid of it again by unfreeze panes. And that's the two major things that I feel are used in the View one, and that covers all of them now. Thank you.